Do you familiar with any father that couldn't care less about his children? If so, supposedly he's totally insane. The Ben Ish Chai teaches us that the kids of a person many times in the Lashon, in the language of the Holy Torah, count as his clothing. And about the Kohen, in our parashat, parashat Tetzave, it says, "V'chashav efudato asher alav kema'aseu mimeno yeh." As his garment upon him, from his action, that's what's going to come from him. That's mean, exactly as he's going to behave, so going his children going to behave. We're going to bring a famous story that's happened to Rabbi Plitnik. He was the Talmid of the Heilige Chafetz Chaim, and he was the Rav of the city Liverpool. And he was suffering non-stop from bothering and disrespect from the head of the community. That's any opportunity he had, it beat her and mamash tried to destroy the rabbi life. One day, the head of the community knocked on the door of the rabbi, and he's with tears in his eyes, begging for forgiveness, and he said, "My daughter, my only daughter, going to throw over Judaism and go on a different path. Please forgive me and speak with her." The rabbi said, "No problem at all." Surprisingly, the girl agreed to speak with the rabbi. After a very, very powerful conversation on the outcomes for what's going to happen if she's going to throw all Judaism away and choose the crazy path she decided, she didn't change her mind. The head of the community came back to the rabbi with fierceness and so upset and screamed on him, "How come you was not able to affect my daughter? You call yourself a rabbi?" And Rabbi Plitnik tried to explain, and he said, "I'm going to tell you a story I heard from the Heilige Chafetz Chaim Zichrono Livracha. There was a famous doctor that found a miracle cure to a disease that mamash happened like a plague all over Europe. He would go from one place to another, he would not charge any money, and with his own special tools was able to save thousands and thousands of children. One day he was going in the middle of a forest, and from nowhere a group of bandits jumped on him, robbed all his money that he had only for the traveling, took the special equipment, and even though he was screaming and begging, "Do not do it, you don't understand what you're doing," they threw it to the river. He was able to save his life and run away, but he was in such big anguish and pain that he cannot save right now anybody. He doesn't have the special equipment. When he reached to the village, he headed to the line of people that was waiting, was so long already. And guess who was standing in front? The head of the bandits was standing there holding his child, sick, almost dying in his hand. The head of this group of robbers didn't recognize the doctor, and for sure, naturally, he went first before everybody, nobody opened his mouth. The doctor checked the child and he said, "Basically, I could have saved your child's life, but I had a disaster on the way, big tragedy. A group of bandits, doesn't make a difference how much I begged, throw all my medical equipment to the river. I got nothing to do right now." The head of the bandit had like shocking lightning into his head, start to scream that he by himself brought the death on his own child. And the rabbi explained to the head of the community, if all the time, non-stop, your daughter at home heard disrespect about me, the rabbi of the community, and the holy Torah that I'm representing, do you think she's going to listen to me? My friends, each one of us is obligated to honor the holy Torah and the rabbi who represent it in our communities. Give uncompromised respect to them and the holy Torah. And by that, our children are going to learn from that to respect, honor, follow, and spread the holy light of the Holy Torah. Nachat Ruach Klal Yisrael.